to present this the right way. Okay, so the prevalence of anti-SJWs on YouTube and on the internet, when they say big companies like Disney are just virtue signaling and they don't actually care about representation,
That
I actually
ad
think
exposes Max, by the way.
I actually, what about Amazon? I don't have one. Okay, so I would say in this situation, I kind of think, yeah, Disney wants to virtue signal and say they do. When they do cancel stuff like this, they're not building up these characters.
To be
Princess
fair,
and the
they
Frog.
turn it into a special. So is it really cancel?
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they're doing a special about the character, so it's not
okay.
Really
well,
cancel.
I didn't read that ahead of time, obviously, but I'm very upset. They did make a new ride. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, can someone correct? Because I haven't read the article, but is this done in the old school animation versus?
That's another thing that really frustrates me. I would assume it would be 2D animation.
I think so. Probably is either 2D or 3D. I have no clue.
Now that might be why they're moving away from it too.
I know, but they could. If you listen to Disney's marketing for the last 5 years, you would tell they want to tell you that we want to represent a diverse group of talent. We want representation matters, and they do things like this consistently. DC too.
I gotta say
underserves some of their minority characters for sure.
That Lilo and Stitch trailer. Mwah.
Okay.
I was really excited for the Super Bowl ad for Lilo and Stitch, and then I saw the trailer today, and I was like, that's not. That's not what I was thinking.
$1 billion.
I didn't watch.
I mean, I think it's going to make a lot of money, but to me, it seems like a straight to Disney Plus movie.
So Donovan's actually talking about the topic. So
my generation.
This needs to stop in the animation world. If a project would never see the light of day, don't make it. I'm very disappointed. I know a lot of Tiana has been, she's kind of like a cult classic princess. Like there's still people that like her. Wasn't as profitable as they would like. They've just made the new Disney World ride.
Yeah.
Why not? Nice, why are you canceling this now when you could bring her back in a great way? So they were in the midst of production. I want to read this, and I hope Anthony's right that there's still going to be a special. That would be great. So Tiana, Anika Noni Rose, deeply disappointed by the cancellation of the Princess of the Frog series. She reacts to the cancellation of Tiana, the Princess of the Frog series, which Disney spent 5 years developing. Last week, Disney unceremoniously scrapped an animated series based on Princess of the Frog. Since the series has been in the works for 5 years, fans, including Tiana herself, were naturally upset. I am too deeply disappointed that the continuation of Tiana's journey in the series form has been cut short. Oh, so she did clarify there, so I think Anthony's right. The series was a long time coming, and a lot of beautiful work was put into it by the creatives involved, including but not limited to a longtime champion, Jen Lee, our wonderful writer-director, Joyce Sherry, some fabulous animators, and an amazing music team. However, it isn't entirely dead as a short-form special. Short-form special. How short is that?
It's probably like 20 minutes, maybe.
Is inspired. The movie is in early development. Rose hopes fans will turn out for the special and let Disney know there's a clear desire for more Tiana. That's the best thing you could do is really, if you're going to Disney World, ride the ride and then watch this short form and promote it on social media. Promoting positive stuff is still a good way to use social media.
Well,
promote it when it comes out.
Yeah. Also, they're going to see the numbers on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
If it drops there, which I am
watch it a couple times. Watch it a few times, yeah.
And they'll see if it's repeated. They'll see if it's worth it. But remember, Moana 2 was a series that they were almost finished with, and they already had the voice actors that weren't Dwayne and the other one that was playing. They had already had all those. They had to redo. Dwayne had to redo all the stuff, and so did the other, because they were going with lesser known actors. So they got robbed. I mean, I'm sure they got paid anyway. But that got turned into a movie, and then that movie made $1 billion. So it's like, I mean, we have to assume that Disney understands its IPs and it's handling
especially
if
this is 2D animation still, Joe. I'm going to promote that like heck, because I miss dedicated Disney 2D animation.
A 2D animated film is opening in theaters tomorrow.
I know
it's called The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Yes. That's great. That's great.
Hey, you want to hear some interesting thing? Yeah, I just learned.
I do after I read this though.
Well, this is Princess and the Frog related.
Okay. All right. Sure. Go ahead.
I just learned this when I was in Disney World in January, because I was traveling with a bunch of artists, Disney artists that are there for the Festival of the Arts. They told me that Disney's got a lot of stipulations about what you can and can't do in their art. If you're doing an art print for Tiana, you're not allowed to put a frog in there.
What?
Anytime anyone tries to put a frog, like if you're a Disney artist and you're doing something for Tiana, they will not allow frogs. Either her as a frog or the prince as a frog, because they said they only want to show her at her best moments. And I guess I don't know.
That's I don't saw it.
They said it's really bizarre. They said they've all been told to take the frog out of their art prints if they're doing anything with Tiana.
By the way, the other reason why I say that Lilo and Stitch is going to do well is because the millennials grew up with that stuff.
Yeah, that's nostalgia for them, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let me finish this.
I hope it does. I hope it does well.
Yeah, reading this real quick. As hurtful as it is for anything you put your heart and soul in to be prematurely ended, my hope is when it is now a Tiana special event airs that all you beautiful, loving, loyal fans who've been championing not just for the series, but a Princess and the Frog sequels, tune in, she said. And when I say tune in, I mean tell your friends, family, coworkers, babysitters, to all the people you know who love Princess Tiana, Naveen, Louis, Charlotte, Mama Odie, and the magic that you've created together over the years. And make sure you're watching. Show your love and desire the numbers.
That is very good message, right?
Desire an undeniable and real thing. Until then, we will be continuing to work hard to bring you the most beautiful content we can.
That's
okay.
Dope. That's dope.
So there's still something you could support. It might, keep expectations in check, but promote it when it comes out. I'm going to watch that if I have Disney at that